Welcome to Amplify Your August. We have three amazing speakers who are going to grab the mic this morning for you. So first up, we have got the lovely Vie Portland. Vie, I'm going to allow you to come up on stage and then you can do your thing. Welcome to the lovely Vie Portland.
So my laptop to catch up. Yes.
It's all good. Right, I'm gonna disappear back into the audience.
If you all joined in with me, so if you can unmute yourself and join in, it's far more fun if we're interactive when I do what I'm about to do. I'm Vie Portland from VIP Empowerment, and I help people find their fabulous. I do this coaching one-to-one, in groups, schools, after wraparound care providers, businesses. I help people be in happier, kinder, more inclusive, more confident spaces that they really want to be in. One of the things that I do with people, we all know the importance of breathing, especially the deep breathing, you know, where we breathe in and we feel it right the way through our stomach and we breathe out. That's fine. I do something slightly different. We're going to do animal breathing. So what I want you to do, I want you to join in with me here. And we're going to start with a cow. What I want you to do is take a deep breath in and hunch your shoulders up. Pinch yourself up. Imagine you are that big cow, bull, I suppose, not a cow. Breathe it all in. And as you breathe out, you're going to moo and let everything relax. Are you ready? Let's do it together. Ready?
Yeah. Ready.
Brilliant. It makes you smile. We're going to do one more. Let's do it as a bee this time. So we're going to breathe in. And as we breathe out, we're going to buzz and wiggle our fabulous bottoms, just like bees do. Ready? Breathe in. And then... Oh, that was quite melodic. Thank you. So what I do, I have all of the academic qualifications I need to do what to do. But more importantly for me is that I've got lived experience of this. I used to hate how I looked, who I was. I was so paranoid that even though I work with children, I thought that every child that saw me on the street and that everybody that looked at me on the street was thinking that I was too fat, ugly and scary to be seen in public. So my paranoia was high. I hated myself so much. And then I hit a point where I had to make a decision about how I wanted to live my life or not. And so I chose to challenge myself. And I taught myself, using all of my academic experience that I had to that point, to become happy with who I am. And it wasn't that easy. I'm not going to say to anyone that it's easy, because it takes time to go from a caterpillar to a butterfly. But it's important. And I taught myself how to do all these things. So everything I do with people are things that I've taught myself. And I'm proof that it can be changed, because I've gone from someone who hid in black and baggy to being someone who looks like a walking florist shop all the time. And I am very happy. So yes, if you want to find your fabulous, come find me. Before we end, we're going to do some affirmations. It's been proven through studies that affirmations are important. And these are ones that have been in response to what people were saying in the chat during this session. So I want you, if you can, I'm going to say them out loud, and then you're going to repeat them after me. And if you can, put your arms up in the air when you say them, and say them loud and with passion. Are you ready?
Yep.
Yep. Good. I accept who I am.
I accept who I am.
I accept who I am.
Money flows to me in abundance.
Money flows to me in abundance.
Money flows to me in abundance.
I'm an expert in what I do.
I am an expert in what I do.
I'm an expert in what I do.
I deserve to be heard.
I deserve to be heard.
I have important things to say.
I have important things to say.
I have important things to say.
I can make a difference.
I can make a difference.
I can make a difference.
I am fabulous.
I am fabulous.
I am fabulous.
It's very hard for grown-ups to say. When I do this with children and adults in the room, I always make the children make sure their grown-ups are doing it properly. So do it loud, do it proud. I love myself.
I love myself.
I love myself.
Thank you. I'm Vie Portland from VIP Empowerment.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Vie. You are an absolute superstar. If you'd like to go back down into the audience by pressing your circle cam, we will get the next person up. So, Jane, I'm going to bring you up onto the stage. And we're going to have the next session with the lovely Jane Bryan.
Hello, Maddie. Thank you very much. My name is Ed.
Welcome to the
Numerous
stage, Jane.
businesses, but the one I want to talk to you about today is Casa Treta Blanca, which is our retreat venue in southern Spain. I should say our stunning retreat venue in southern Spain. And more specifically,
Ugh. Well, that didn't work very well, did it? Let's have Jenny up next. Jenny! Hopefully Jane will come back and join us shortly. I think she's having internet issues. So we're going to
Hello,
have
Maddie.
lovely
Thank
Jenny
you so much for having me
next.
on the stage today.
Hello,
Hi, everybody. I am Jenny Lucas. I am a coach, a speaker, and an author working with late diagnosed autistic and ADHD women. I wasn't diagnosed until I was 37, and a lot of the women that I now support have spent most of their lives masking, people pleasing, overachieving, and all the while quietly burning out for the privilege. And when I finally got my diagnoses, I had language for who I was. I began to learn this whole new realm of language to explain what my experience was. But I had no idea how to live as the person that had that language. And so that's what I'm here to talk briefly about today. It's not just about that moment of realization, of having that self-discovery or getting that diagnosis, but it's the emotional, messy, and actually really liberating journey that follows afterwards. I'm here to talk to you about my book today that I've written, because when I got my diagnoses, I went to my GP, had the report in hand, and he basically said to me, one, I've not got time to read this, lovely, and two, you have a career, you have a family, you own a house, there can't be that much that has gone wrong in your life, and so was able to offer me precisely zero support. And it was a really scary thing to be in amongst, because obviously things were not absolutely fine, because I had sought out this assessment and I had got this information. The online world was an absolute saviour for me, finding other people who I could identify with their stories. The brave souls that had gone before me and shared their stories online was really very validating for me. And so I decided that I was going to provide the resource that people like me needed at that time. So I have written a guidebook to support people in that sort of post-diagnosis fog. It's for the woman who has held it all together while quietly falling apart. She's being praised for being capable, but being punished at the same time for also being different. And now in midlife has got the words like autistic, ADHD, ADHD, but absolutely no idea how to cope with what comes next. It's not a textbook. I'm not a doctor. It's not an academic text. It is experience from my own lived experience and a set of strategies that I have developed which have worked for me and worked for the women that I work with in my coaching business. It's not about diagnosis criteria or childhood traits. It's about how you are going to learn to live your life and sort of rework your identity after this revelation has happened in your life. So it's a companion, it walks alongside you. I've actually created a PDF workbook that you can download for free alongside the book when it's released to help do a little bit of deeper work into discovering who you are, help you get some clarity, some comfort, some language for the things that maybe you've never been able to explain about yourself, to help you feel seen, to help you feel quote unquote normal in who you are as a person, and to help you remember that you are maybe actually not broken, that you are just discovering who you are for the first time. Because figuring out what masking is and who you are under the mask is a massive deal. I had no idea where to start to figure out who I was under the mask, where I was masking, what was masking. And that took me quite a long time to explore. So I want to leave you with a little three-part reflection today about masking. And that's one of the themes that comes up all the time in my work and with the women that I'm working with. So step one is to recognise a part of your life where you are pushing through, where actually you really don't have to be. So am I tense? Am I overstimulated? Am I saying yes to something when actually I want to be saying no? Masking can have become so automatic that we don't actually realise that we're doing it until we slow down and check in. So are you in a situation where you are tense somewhere? I hold a lot of tension in my jaw and in my shoulders, and I regularly have to remind myself to breathe and drop my shoulders in situations where it is safe to do so, which is always actually quite often. Am I saying yes to things where actually I could say no because I'm worried about what the person is going to think of me? I'm worried about what their reaction is going to be. So try to start to recognise some of those places where we are maybe behaving in ways that if we felt safe to do so, we behave in a different way, or we choose a different option. Step 2 is to reveal what the mask is that we're wearing in that situation. Am I trying to be easygoing when actually I'm not really feeling very easygoing? Am I trying to be perfectly competent? Am I afraid of being judged or misunderstood? We're not being fake in these situations. We're just trying to stay safe. This point is about noticing the pattern. Where does that happen? Why does it happen? And not blame ourselves for that. We're literally just trying to survive in a world that is not built for us. And then part 3, Maddie already talked about earlier on, we're talking about reframing or rerouting something. What would self-support look like in this situation instead? Can I take a break? Could I quietly stim? Could I actually say no to this thing and speak honestly without worrying too much about what the consequence might be for that? Can I soften the pressure that I am putting on myself? Because we are pretty damn good at putting pressure on ourselves. Even honouring the tiniest little act of self-worth is totally to be celebrated. So this kind of reflection and these kind of exercises are woven all through the book, alongside stories of my own personal experience, a few truth bombs, a few of the F words, because who doesn't love a good swear? Love a good swear. And you know, it's peppered out throughout the book. And the idea is that you will be able to hopefully start trusting yourself again. So if this resonates with you or somebody that you care about, please join my book waitlist. The book is released on the 28th of October this year, and I have got a wait list for people who want to find out more, who want to be the first out there to buy it when it comes out. I'm also running a competition for anyone that joins the wait list. Will be in with the chance to win a signed copy posted through your door on the day of release. So you'll be the first person in the world to get a copy of my new book. So if you're interested in that, please go along to the website and sign up for the book list. And I've been Jenny Lucas, and I'm at audistically.me on all the social media. Thank you, Maddie, for having me on here today.
You are so welcome. I cannot wait to read this book. It's going to be absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much, Jenny. If you just want to go back down into the audience by pressing your circle cam, and I will get Jane up. Well, let's try again, my love. Third time lucky. Let's have a go. Right, we've got the lovely Jane Bryan with us. Oh, who's on mute?
There we go. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Maddie. My name's Jane Bryan, and I run numerous businesses, but the one I'm going to talk to you about today is a retreat venue in southern Spain, I should say, a stunning retreat venue, and more specifically about one of the retreats that we run. So we feel that everybody has a retreat inside them. They just don't know how to do it. So that's why we've set up the Retreat Discovery Experiences. And it really is what we call a weekend that changes everything. So it's aimed at coaches, mentors, facilitators who dream of running a retreat, but they're unsure of how to go about it. So the Retreat Discovery Experience is your exclusive invitation to step into your future role as a retreat leader. So you'll spend 3 nights with us in southern Spain, as I said, our stunning retreat venue, Casa Treta Blanca. And then we'll give you the steps so that you can bring your own retreat to life. And it isn't a holiday. It's basically a working vision weekend for professionals who want to build something meaningful and also profitable and transformational. So the investment of the Retreat Discovery Experience is £400, includes a deposit of £75, and that includes your 3 nights accommodation and your own ensuite room, all meals, snacks and beverages, apart from the evening where we take you out, 3 expert-led workshops, which take you from here's my idea to actually execution, one-to-one clarity session with myself and my husband, Patrick, tailored to your needs. Yoga Nidra, if you've ever had it, it's the most beautiful experience you'll ever had, under the stars. Also includes your return transfers from Alicante Airport. But also, although it is a working 3-day weekend, you'll still have plenty of time to reflect, relax, and imagine what's possible, because that is so important when you're running your own retreat. Too often, we want to cram so much in there because we want people to get the best value out of it. But you know what? If you overwork people during your retreat, they need a goddamn holiday to get over your retreat because they're so flipping exhausted. So what's more, if you book on the Retreat Discovery Experience, as I said, it's only £400. and then you book your own retreat with us within 30 days, you get that £400 credited towards your final bill. So it's a win-win situation. So we have 2 dates at the moment. One is the 4th to the 7th of September, and the next one is the 6th to the 9th of November. So our links will be shared. If you've got any question whatsoever, just drop us an email, catch up with me on Facebook. And I'm there to answer any of your questions. Thank you, Maddie, for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, my love. And thank you to all of the speakers. You have all been absolutely amazing. And we will see you tomorrow for more Amplify Your August.